Welcome back to my podcast. I'm going to talk about Real Madrid, my favourite Spanish team, and how well they did in the Champions League. And I'll be talking about Barcelona as well. So let's start with Real Madrid. They did so well in the Champions League against Dortmund. They played on Tuesday, and they were fantastic, especially Vinicius Jr. He got a hat-trick. In that game, though, Dortmund were 2-0 up in the first half. They were actually all over Real Madrid until the later part of the first half when Real Madrid got back and had a few shots. But there were a couple of shots which hit the post. One was from Rodrigo, one was from Bellingham. Vinicius Jr., Borussia Dortmund were 2-0 up. But what they did in the second half, Nuri Sahin, the manager of Borussia Dortmund, he brought on, later on in the second half, Emre Can and Anton and he put 5 at the back, which was a wrong move, because then Real Madrid really went for it, and they went and got firstly a header from Rudiger, and then there was the great run and goal by Vinicius Jr., and then another great run as well by a brilliant pass to Vasquez, and he scores on the right of their half. And then they were just dominant after that. They were just going for it. Vinicius Jr. especially ran most of the pitch, took on a few players and then shot it. And then the last goal he scored was fantastic, because he's taken it onto his right foot in the Borussia Dortmund area and then shot with his left, and it's gone to the roof of the net. It's fantastic. The problem with Dortmund was they sat back and thought that 2-0 they could defend the 2-0, but that's not the way to play against Real Madrid. And then the next day it was Barcelona versus Bayern Munich. What a massive match that was! Huge game, and Barcelona came out of that winning 4-1. Kane scored first, 18th minute, and then another Brazilian, Rafinha, they bought him from Leeds last season, I believe, and he's come on, scored a brilliant goal in the first minute, then the 45th and the 56th, and in between that Lewandowski scored. But they've got such a fantastic team. I mean, Bayern Munich are a great side as well, but they've got Kane, they've got Muller, Gnabry, Olise, but they weren't set up correctly. Even a big slap in the face was that their ex-manager Hans Flick was Bayern Munich's Hans Flick is managing Barcelona now. So, I mean, Barcelona have got some great players from their academy: Pedri, Casado, Lamine Yamal, Kabasi. They got some fantastic players. They've got some brilliant players that come through. They got Gavi on the bench as well, who's back. They got Torre, Pau, Victor. It's got some great players there. Fati as well, who hasn't even played. I don't even think he came on. He did come on. Okay, and they were just overrun by Munich in that match. I mean, if you look at possession-wise, Bayern Munich had most possession, but every goal that was on target, Barcelona they scored every time. They were just clinical. They were way too clinical, and they shouldn't have sat back. Bayern Munich didn't know what hit them. Basically, similar to Dortmund, Dortmund kind of sat back, and they were not as calm as Barcelona and Real Madrid are. So it's a bit of a dominance at the moment in the Champions League. There were some other great games that were on as well. Man City, they won 5-0 against Sparta Prague, but a ridiculous goal by Haaland, acrobatic goal, with their another great player that Pep has bought is Savinho. I think he's bought from Girona. Fantastic player. He was the dominant force on that right side, crossing the ball in and pushing Sparta Prague. Sparta Prague tried to sit back again, but Man City are a team that can break down any defence, really. So they did really well there. Liverpool did well against Leipzig away. Not too bad. They won 1-0, so they're doing good. Villa the other day did really well as well. They are winning. They won all 3 of their matches. They beat Bologna 2-0 with McGinn and Duran scoring in that one. Talking about Real Madrid, West Ham's ex-manager, Lopetegui, used to be manager there. I think he's trying to replicate that with West Ham, but I don't think it's going to kind of work at the moment. It will come. I mean, I know we lost against Tottenham 4-1, that was dreadful, but we were on top of them in the first half. Every person I've spoken to has said that. My opinion is we were brilliant in the first half. Second half, we just fell off. And then we against Tottenham, they weren't brilliant. They were not brilliant side. They weren't a brilliant performance that they'd had. And then in the end, Kudus got sent off. I saw the replay first. I thought it's just a little push on Van de Ven, but then I saw the one where he had hit Sarr as well. And then Richarlison made a dramatic fall, like he normally does. He just fell on the floor. He didn't even get touched. But Kudus was going to get a red card after that, after I saw what happened. I think it'll come. We've got United next on Sunday, and we'll see how it goes. With no Kudus. We actually did attack a few times against Tottenham. With 10 men, we were doing quite well. Areola let in 2 goals, I think. His inside post he wasn't covering. And then Wan-Bissaka was up the field when Son was attacking. And luckily there was a goal that went off the post and hit the keeper and went in. And hit Todibo and went in. So that wasn't so good. But we'll see what we do against Man United on Sunday. Man United playing Fenerbahce today. Their ex-managers, Mourinho, is their manager at the moment. He's a coach at the moment at Fenerbahce, so he'll be giving them a hard time. Might be a good omen. They're travelling to Turkey, and then they're going to be back here tomorrow, and then they've got us on Sunday at London Stadium. So we'll see how that goes. And and that's it really. I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot for listening.